Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu to deliver first phase of Sangotedo Lagos homes in November, state government promises to complete ongoing projects, and state government trains over 400 youth on solar farm and employable skills. We kick off the program with infrastructure development. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has assured residents of delivering 744 flats being developed in the first phase of the Sangotedo housing scheme in November this year.
Sangotedo Lagos Home, situated in the Lekki-Ekpe axis of Lagos, is one of the housing schemes designed to improve the housing deficit in the state. In September 2019, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu visited the area and was not pleased with the sights that greeted him. Two years gone, Governor Sanwo-Olu makes his way back to the housing estate to inspect the ongoing project, which kicked off in 2010 during the administration of Governor Babatunde Fashola and was not completed by his successor, Governor Akinwumi Ambode.
We're here. So we're here. So this parking lot, so we're here. So where is phase one?
Phase 1.
So this is phase two.
It's an opportunity to meet with some of the contractors in charge of the housing project, and Governor Sanwo-Olu talks tough, mandating them to deliver or lose the contract.
This has been a very, very difficult project. I know that indeed we've all been here much longer than we would have expected. And we've all been here, night and day, trying to also get this job behind us. But you will know that we've also been fair to everyone. And so I want to first commend and thank all of those contractors that have shown real resilience and have shown proper commitment at ensuring that they want to continue to remain as friends or as friendly contractors to government. Because one of the things that will happen is that we'll remember you when we have further projects like this. That's how we're going to determine who our real friends are. And I also use the opportunity to very, very sternly warn erring contractors, because there are no two heads, right? It's one means of measurement that fits all. In the same payments, some have indeed, utilized public funds very, very well. But some are actually been very recalcitrant. It really doesn't matter who you know. I'm not going to tolerate it, right? I'm coming here to actually come and terminate some contracts, for some contractors, but I'm going to give you 1 week. I'm going to give you 1 week because I have the names here, and I'm going to roll out the names. I'm going to give you 1 week. If I don't see an improvement, not only will I terminate those contracts, I will also ensure that I will prosecute you, because you have government money in your possession. What I said is that within the next 1 week, by the end of next week, both the Ministry of Housing and the Ministry of Works will come and inspect. If we do not see appreciable movement, right, they will give me the report and I will determine that contract. And once we determine, we'll enter into a litigation. And that means that we're going to blacklist you.
All things being equal, the first phase is expected to be delivered by November.
Level of work on phase one is it's well over 90%, right? But on phase two, some of the blocks are advanced, but some are far below. So what we're going to do is that within the next 6 weeks or thereabout, we'll also bring you back here to come and hand over this phase one. So we're hoping that we can complete phase one before the end of November. But to all of the other contractors that are working, let's just give ourselves a 1 month to clean up. If they bring your file in front of me and says that they are owing you, we'll clean it up within another 1 month. And we'll wait another 3-4 weeks to do extensive cleanup so that we can come here, hand over these blocks to our citizens, and we can have life come here as soon as possible. And like we said, we're probably going to be walling it off from phase two so that we'll give the next 9 months to 12 months for phase two to be completed, and we'll come back here maybe before the end of next year to also come and commission phase 2. Part of the things, because the two phases have to work together, there are a lot more facilities in phase 2 than in phase 1. Sporting facility are in phase 2. The shopping complex are also in phase 2. So, I mean, it's important for us to also finish that phase 2, and it's all behind, at the back there.
The project, sited on 16.9 hectares of land, has 1,188 units. Phase 1 comprises 62 blocks with 744 flats, and the second phase, 37 blocks with 444 flats.
Just to allocate, you give somebody these blocks. I didn't people watching. Huh? This is money.
The governor ends his tour at the Golden Jubilee scheme, Sangotedo, where another housing scheme is likely to come up.
Still on infrastructure development, majority of residents may be aware of some road constructions ongoing across the state, which indeed has affected vehicular movement. But as the saying goes, no pain, no gain. Well, the state government has promised to deliver all road projects for residents to enjoy a smooth ride.
Lagos, a stronghold in Nigeria commercial status, a city with increasing population growth, thriving comfortably above 20 million people and counting. Living in a city as this comes at a price, the Lagos traffic. The state government is aware of the challenge encountered by residents on the road and is making efforts to change the narrative by embarking on infrastructure projects. Crisscrossing the state, there's a sense of huge construction sites, sometimes competing for space or totally taking over the all-cramped road, just like the Ikeja axis. But the State Special Advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye, says government has a clear line of sight aimed at achieving a seamless intermodal transportation.
Lagos, as you know, has, as at 2 years ago, you have a paved road of about 7,598 kilometers out of the national network, paved road. I will tell you that in 2 years, we have done 51 roadway projects that have added 44.8 kilometers as at May. I'm giving you statistics as at May. 44.8 kilometers of roadway had been added to that stock of 7,598 paved road. The last 3 months, we're in September now, so the last 3 months has seen us additionally add another 3.5 kilometers on the Koi end, add another 3.5 kilometers to that stock, and then I'm hoping by the time the end of December, when Sheikh Umade is done, another 2.5 kilometers is added to that stock. So in real terms, that would about 1% of the paved overall has been added in 2 years. Don't look at it in terms of 1%, look at it in terms of the connectivity, the opportunities that happens, how you connect the roads. So when you have a typical road, a bridge, and a road like Penn Cinema, you might say Penn Cinema is just a road that in total you have a network that is less than 2 kilometers or 1.4 of roadway than the bridge itself. So less than 3 kilometers in that network. You are not looking at the length of that network. You are looking at the opportunities, the connectivity that it brings on board. So in essence, we are strategic in the way we implement our infrastructure to say, where are the areas? And people need to understand, what are we doing? We're doing the red line. We're constructing the red line. In doing the red line and the bridges and the overpasses, that's what you saw the piling there, the contractor, the piling. As a matter of fact, everybody is paying on the other side. Even for us as a government, you are now coming on the BRT lane. You see cars being allowed to use the BRT lane. And using that one, your ridership also drops on the bus. So the revenues for government does not even come in. So everybody takes a bit of the bite. But we'll have one goal of focus, which is to get this construction work finished. So it's a bridge, it's the overpass. You said the 5 lane has been narrowed to 3. There's nothing wrong in you narrowing a 5 to 3. If there are profuse signs, if people respect barriers, everybody would go. But where everybody wants to go at the same time, would have chaos.
In Ikorodu area, a densely populated suburb, the Lagos State government is already taking steps to reduce the gridlock here. with a plan to remove the roundabout. And some residents share their views on government decision.
Ikorodu is very big, it's very large, so even because of the traffic, a lot of traffic. At times when we are coming from Ikorodu, the traffic is from Benson, Aruno. So the extension is good. It's good to extend the road. Whenever they extend the road very well, the traffic will move and people will free.
There are two ways Ikorodu people move out of Ikorodu, which is Garage and Ogolonto. But now, if construction is actually going on in the two places, it's going to cause a serious delay. Is it traffic? Because we know people from Ogolonto now, they stop moving through that place because of the construction going on and pass through here. But anyway, I believe, because I wasn't even expecting this is the, like, I never knew something like this going on until now. But it's a good improvement, a good development in Ikorodu. Any which way it has started, they can't stop it. And then I believe the government know what they're doing, because definitely they know that if construction is happening in the two places, it will cause a kind of delay in movement of vehicles and all that. So kudos to the government, and we really wish they do it rapidly, fast enough, so that it won't delay or cause more hold-up.
Ogolonto as well as Ikpakodo Road is also under construction and already taking shape. The road links Igbogbo and other areas of Ikorodu. At Marina Axis, another level of road construction is ongoing and has affected vehicular movement.
You know, when we came on board, there were 60 identified traffic gridlock points in Lagos. And one by one, we began to tick the box. That saw us working on Allen Avenue Junction. You see the roundabout you see the Ejigbo, roundabout, Lekki, all across, even Maryland. So once you identify, but you cannot do all of the gridlock, you can't resolve all of the gridlock points in one day. So you must be pragmatic and systematic about the way you go about it. So you look at, and also with other contractors. So that's a project being handled by the Ministry of Transport. You also would, that's why I said all of the MDA, the one at the Ikorodu. So it's essentially to widen that road. You know, there's a petrol station at the right-hand side that has been acquired. And then you also have the federal government working on the Shagamu, from the Ikorodu Shagamu. So it becomes an interface issue between federal and the state. And the good thing is that you have a contractor on the federal side who is also working on another road for the Lagos state on another side. So it's easy to be able to collaborate and then share ideas as to what kind of design we want to have there that gives a lasting solution to the gridlock around that roundabout. We identified roads that would speak to that intermodal transport system. So typical roads like Ikpakodo, because where does it end? It ends at the jetty. Once you go on that road, you can have a bus ride, Lamata, the high capacity volume buses, stop at that jetty, the laybys are there, stop at the jetty, and you take your Laswa boat to the island. It's a rigid pavement. We had to do that. It's a road in rigid pavement, and you can attest to the fact that that road, as I speak, is about 70% completed. So what you have left is just the decompiled area that constitutes about 50 meters and another pavement of about 400 meters, and that road is finished. It's a road that we started in January, and we're hoping that by November, December, we'll deliver that rigid pavement, that road in rigid pavement.
The State Special Advisor on Works explains government's plan for Marina and the Fourth Mainland Bridge projects.
So we're embarked on doing the rail, which is normally a national, it's like a national project, but as a sub-national, we have undertaken to do it. So from Okoko, from CMS to Okoko, the blue line. So what you see, you've always been seeing the pairs. So you saw the contractor in the last administration, the works didn't go as fast as it should go on the blue line. The contractor is back, and you can see them trying to finish up all of the works around the CMS up to the Legbata side. If you go on the Legbata side, you would see them with the sheet pile wall. You see them doing some sheet pile wall and then trying to extend the frontiers of the water. You see the piers. You see the continuous casting beams that takes the rail all across the water. The whole idea is for us to follow the pattern we have set for the rail line up to Kukumaiko. So the diversion that you see on CMS is to enable them to do some casting, because you cannot be lifting beams and heavy structures while you still have vehicular traffic passing. So the traffic necessarily had to be diverted towards the CMS side and allow the contractor to work on that side. And then the Fourth Mainland Bridge. As I speak, the Fourth Mainland Bridge, we already entered the stage 4 of the process, and I'm hoping that by December, we might be able to get to the financial close. That's a PPP, a straight PPP project funding, so that you can pick up from Abraham Adesanya Junction, go over the Badore, up to Bayeku, over the water, because that regional road is a precursor to the Fourth Mainland Bridge. Everybody knows that, like everybody tells you development is all around there, but you need to move all of this out. And the same way that you are carrying that traffic, you would ask, where are you taking it to? You're taking it to Kurudu, which is essentially the reason why, before the last administration, they awarded 2 roads. One of them was Agri-Kishawo. As I speak, the road is about 45% completed as at last week. Agri-Kishawo and Igbogbo, both of them. Igbogbo is a 6-kilometer road, so it's an entire long stretch. Those roads are strategic because they will receive the volume of traffic coming from the Fourth Mainland Bridge. As you drop them, you can disperse, because the Agri-Kishawo would eventually connect to Konuarepo. And the Konuarepo, you're able to take it to the Fourth Mainland Bridge at the NIP, so that you can go on the Lagos-Abuja highway route.
Currently, a total of 117 road projects are ongoing in the state, 12 of them at various percentage of completion in Lagos West. Lagos Central has 10, while Lagos East has 15 road projects, 6 of them already completed.
Question is, how do you take this road across the Lagoon, Ekpe?
The state government says it will continue to work with the Transport Master Plan, deliver all projects with the aim to link seamlessly an intermodal transport system that will make the city livable.
Finally on the show, the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, has again trained over 400 youth on solar farm and employable skills to help them become entrepreneurs. Let's take a look.
Data from the National Bureau of Statistics reveals that youth unemployment rate in Nigeria increased to 53.40% in the fourth quarter of 2020 from 40.80% in the second quarter of 2020. In Lagos State, youths are believed to constitute about 50% of over 20 million people faced with unemployment. In addressing this challenge, the government is engaging youths in different fields.
And these young men and women have worked hard.
This time, the state government is graduating 200 unemployed youths on soft employability skills and 287 on solar farm construction and installation.
You have been given this unique opportunity. I'm sure that you have been impacted with the required modern technical skills needed to move forward in life. Must show interest in continuous retention of the skills and knowledge you have been able to acquire. And not only that, you must be interested in continuous knowledge updates. The second thing is that you have been empowered now. You must make good living for yourself. The third one, you must show interest in empowering others. The Nigerian Computer Society is currently committed to youth empowerment, and we shall continue to look forward to more collaborations with the Ministry and Lagos State government.
Energy is the biggest challenge we are facing in this country. You know it. And now that you have been equipped, hopefully, I believe that you are going to translate it, and there should be a difference between what we are seeing now and what we will see in the nearest future. I also hope, they say, to whom more is given, more is expected. That at least you target yourself when you start up any moment from now. We expect that you at least you train one person within your own ability, so that this number here, 287, can be multiplied by 2, so that we can be increasing And I want you to also preach this to people that you know that are not taking this opportunity. Gone are the days white collar job is no longer there. They should embrace self-employment so that maybe in the next 10 years, we are still alive by then, we will see that the employment opportunity in Lagos State in Nigeria would have been increased more so the unemployment will reduce.
The youths are already putting good use of their training, displaying solar and the battery used for cutting hair. Some of them expressed their gratitude to the state government.
I heard about this solar farm project online, and I went to the Ministry of Wealth Creation in Lausa. I applied, I filled the form, submitted, took my guarantor, they filled it in, and then about 2 weeks later we were called upon to resume practicals, and we had an online canvas training. We were trained for a month, 3 hours a week, and we had live practical classes Tuesdays and Thursdays, where we were trained on how to install solar panels. We were trained about the inverter system, the battery system, the combiner boxes, and how to put it all together. Different applications of what we can do with the solar farm system, how we can tie it to the main grid, how entrepreneurs can come into and make a business out of it just by themselves. And this project is very beautiful, I can say. It's as an entrepreneur myself, it has opened me more because I'm a farmer, and now I am powering my house with solar farm. I hope to power my farm with solar farm, with solar panels and all, and it is limitless. I'm just very grateful to Lagos State government for this project.
The classes, I never missed any. The practicals also, whenever our facilitators ask that, we need people who would mount, who will climb the scaffold. I always come out for it. So I climb up and I took part in all of the process, because it's not always enough for me to learn theoretical. Because even if after now I start a business on my own, aside me getting people to work, do the job, I have to know the job myself, how it works. So that alone makes me know that, okay, I need to climb up, see what is happening up there, so that when I call people to, when I have workers for installation jobs, I can tell them what to do and what to do.
For youths hoping to be a part of the program, the Director of Employment speaks about the selection process.
The application and selection method that we use, we always advertise our programs on the national newspapers. We also have a job portal, mwce.jobbank.lagostate.gov.ng. We encourage our youth to always register, so that when we have programs like this, we'll send messages to all those who have registered on that portal if they are interested in such program. Because we cannot just throw all of them onto the program. It depends on their interest. That we always do. And we will also have a dedicated registration portal for that very program. So we tell them, if you are interested, then register for the program on this portal. After training, we have given them tools that they can start off with. We have also put them together, grouped them into cooperative societies, that they can help each other. Even when they have jobs, they can come together to do the job. So if you don't know this and you know this, they can always come together to achieve, their success. And we have also brought in the LASGTF, the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, to talk to them on how they can access soft loan at a single-digit rate to support their businesses afterward. And we always keep them on a Telegram alumni group platform for further mentoring and follow-up. We have to follow them up for at least minimum of 1 year.
The Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment says over 6,000 youths have been empowered and trained in this current administration, and the state government will stop at nothing in making them leaders of tomorrow.
Now we're having the solar farmers. See, I'm so interested and I'm so eager, to look at moving the solar farmers forward, because they are natural employers of labor, and if what I have known that they have learned is anything to go about, I think I'm proud of what Mr. Governor has done. The initiative has been very noble. I can imagine them going out there. They are just going to make the difference we require in terms of assisting our energy deficiency. We're going to, link them up with LSCTF to give them startups so that these ones are natural employers of labor. At what is happening with our youth that have gotten employability skills, I learned 45% of them are now self-employed and they are employing other people. 11% of them are gotten employment. That means they are working with some other people. What are we doing? This is the essence of what Mr. Governor is doing. Mr. Governor wants to enhance the youth, make them employable, if possible, make them employers of labor, so that at the end of the day, they are contributing to the economic development of Lagos State.
Youths in Lagos are encouraged to be part of the various skills acquisitions in the state and be self-reliant.
Well, that's the program for this week. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Until next time, please stay safe.